welcome to the RVMan LP exhibition, and right now we're going to face Chris Benoit. Now, let's get one thing straight, people. I'm not going to start any controversy about Chris Benoit. I know and everyone knows what happened to him and his family. So, let's just drop that subject. Instead, let's talk about his experiences in WCW. Basically, his experiences in WCW, he ended up on the Four Horsemen in 95, I do believe? Yeah. If only the Four Horsemen could help him from the ass whooping he's receiving from Sting right now. But anyway, the Four Horsemen was basically ran by Ric Flair, and wouldn't you believe it, Ric Flair was one of the causes that the Four Horsemen ended up disbanding. Another cause? Jeff Jarrett, and I think Kurt Hennig had something to do with it too, and I busted open Benoit's skull 50 seconds into the match. Wow. When it comes down to blood, you never know when it's going to happen. But yes, Benoit the Four Horsemen originally didn't start with Benoit. Benoit initially joined. He joined while he was in the midst of a feud with Kevin Sullivan, who was in Dungeon of Doom at the time. And that feud was about Benoit's wife, who was known as Woman. Kevin Sullivan had a weird gimmick. Don't ask. Anyway, well, Kevin Sullivan and Benoit, that was a very brutal fight, if I do say so myself. And those two became the bitterest of enemies. So bitter that Kevin Sullivan was basically the reason Chris Benoit left WCW in the first place. Meanwhile, Benoit had his feuds with the NWO as with the Four Horsemen, and those feuds led to Benoit getting betrayed by Kurt Hennig. Everybody knows him as Mr. Perfect. And also led him to being maliciously beaten by a Singapore cane, courtesy of Buff Bagwell in the NWO, while he's chained up to the cage. And there was this, I can't believe I missed that. And Benoit was just being held down, basically, the way he felt by the company. Not only was Benoit basically trapped in the Cruiserweight division, he was trapped in the Cruiserweight division by his worst enemy. However, Benoit would finally win the World Heavyweight Championship, only to leave and forfeit the belt. So, yeah. Benoit's experiences in the ring, although Benoit had not so good blood with WCW, he didn't have bad blood with it. At least he had some great memories. The most memorable match I could think of is when he fought Bret Hart. That one was great. And he did this move right here to Bret Hart. The move that he's known for, the series of suplex. Yeah, and Benoit actually has the crippler crossface in his repertoire as well. I would have shown it off, but apparently the special ran out. Ah, damn it. But, all in all, Benoit basically met his first true love in WCW. He won his first championship in WCW. Even though he made frequent visits to Japan and ECW. In short, Benoit basically was decorated. That's all I could say. And having to put up with all the bullshit he did. I commend the guy. Between Russo and Kevin Sullivan, I'd be pissed too. And Jeff Jarrett. Meanwhile, I'm just kicking his ass with Sting. Because of course, Sting is a really good wrestler himself. But he's purely there. Well, Sting was basically there in the WCW days as either a main eventer or a punching bag for the heels. Specifically the Four Horsemen. He was on that group, by the way. That's how famous the Four Horsemen was. 2, 3, there you go. Yeah. We owe a lot to the Four Horsemen and Benoit. And that's all I have to say about that. And of course, Sting puts up the 4 before he does the German suplex for the win. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I am done with this episode. Next time, we will continue WCW vs. NWO Revenge in episode 68. See you guys next time. And for the love of God, please, please don't start the debate about what happened to Chris Benoit. I already opened the floodgates just by mentioning his name. Take care, guys.